on.
So I have this.
Today, the people, the El Ferros and the people, your crew, instead of having your wonderful Mexican lunches, they want to have McDonald's once a
right.
week.
Well, because Carmen cooks lunch, or she brings lunch for Michelle and I. Now that Michelle's not driving a truck, 5 days a week, and
crew.
we pay her. She can have anything she wants, anything out of our freezers. Of course, anything that they want for any of their family members. There's no limits on whatever they need. And she's got me hooked on Mexican food, and it's the best I've ever had. And her salsas. She should be a millionaire just off her salsa. But anyways, so on Saturdays, hey, they like to eat the McDonald's, just like my kids would have it their way if they could, more than they do. And so Saturdays we treat, and I usually sometimes sit down with them and try to stomach this stuff. But it tastes good for them. And it's a break for Carmen, and I offer them anything, A&W, whatever. We've had A&W pizza sometimes, but they like the McDonald's.
What about White Castle?
I wish there was one closer.
You like White Castle?
Well, that's kind of.
When was the last time you had a White Castle? I had one.
I talked Michelle into bringing me back, which I couldn't believe that she fell for this. I think it was because she was going to have to wait really long at the Red Lobster to get my Superman's whatever meal. So she went to the White Castle and picked me up a six-pack. That was probably about 3 weeks ago. And I still don't feel right, but I love the way they taste. It reminds me of when I had when it was my turn to drive the truck on Fridays, when we didn't have the big truck, we had the small white truck.
How many years ago?
5, 6, maybe 7.
Yeah.
Anyways, so my last drop off was on Cherry Hill and Telegraph, and by golly, they had White Castle there. And about that time was right about lunchtime, and my stomach would be growling, and that used to be my little secret. Because Michelle had said, don't ever pull the truck into any fast food place with the name on it and organic, because you look like a real dumbass. So, So I didn't have any other car to jump into to go to White Castle, so I drove mine right in there. Well, somebody ratted me out, and all of a sudden I'm sitting in my truck eating my White Castles. I'd usually get the 4. With the fry and the Coke, and the phone rings, and it's Michelle. What the hell are you doing in a White Castle? I said, I'm looking around. I go, how the hell do you know that? Because somebody just called the house and wants to know what the organic truck is doing in the White Castles. Are they buying organic goods? And man, oh man, I'll never live that down. Somebody ratted me out of the McDonald's. Somebody also ratted me out for my driving, too. I didn't see him. I accidentally cut him off. Then he wanted to play bumper tag.
It wasn't a customer, though.
No, it wasn't a customer, that's for sure. But he called out here and ratted it out to Michelle. She's calls me up. What are you doing? Running people off the road.
You're being watched all the time.
It's unbelievable. I could not believe it. If you could have seen my neck look like it was on a swivel when she said, what are you doing? And she's 75, 80 miles away. What do you got the truck in the White Castle parking lot for? I said, how the hell did you know that? She goes, what are you doing there? I go, I'm eating. You're eating? No.